Maybe.
Welcome back once again to Dadnarok. This is Sean.
And this is Chris.
And tonight we were talking about episode 2 of the first season of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, a new Game of Thrones show on HBO. I think it was Salted Beef was the title of this episode.
I'm going to roll with what you say because, well, we'll talk about
Uh-oh,
it.
yeah, we are here every week. Right now we're talking about this Game of Thrones show. We've talked about the House of the Dragon show in the past. We talked about all kinds of shows, whatever tickles our fancy. And right now, Game of Thrones and Dunk and Egg are tickling us and our fancies. Uh, but we are Dadnarok, and you may not know who Dadnarok is and what Dadnarok is. Why don't you explain it to the fine folks?
We're a couple of old Midwestern dudes now with kids. So hence the dad. And
Hmm.
we love pop culture stuff. So if it's from Star Wars, which is our bread and butter, to Game of Thrones or the MCU or anything down those lines, we like talking about it. We like watching it. We like talking about it with you guys. And if you're watching live, we are live interactive. So let us know what you think, and we'll comment. Bring up your comment. And that's about who we are. So if you like that stuff, check out the rest of what we got going on, and join us on this little journey of the Seven Kingdoms.
It's moving too slow for you, isn't it? The show.
This is moving. Okay, I won't bury the lead. This show has been terrible
Oh, terrible.
as of 2 episodes in, and I'm only going to judge it on the 2 episodes we have. Terrible.
Okay.
There's been the only scenes that I have enjoyed in this movie to this point are the scenes when he's with Lionel Baratheon, when he was in the
Yeah.
tent in the first episode, and then the tug of war scene this time.
Yeah.
Uh, that's it. Nothing else has.
Mm.
I mean, the shock and awe type things that they're trying to do in this show, like the crapping behind the tree, and now this dude walking out with a big old elephant dong. It doesn't. I stopped watching The Boys because shock and awe doesn't work for me.
I don't know what you mean. That's just a normal, regular sized penis.
Yeah,
Was there
to
was there something weird about it?
it was. Whew, I mean, he was blessed. I'll give him that much. But yeah,
Um.
this episode didn't do anything for me. You're right. It's been way too slow, and I'm holding on because they've shown us at the end of this episode the tournament starting. That looks fun, and
Yeah.
and then what they gave us to a preview at the end of the first episode. So it's like it's the episode 1 and episode 2 could have been one episode at 35 minutes long,
Yeah.
and we could have gone on from there. That's kind of where I sit right now.
This I'm getting the feeling with this second episode especially is that this should have been a movie. I feel like if you would have made like Warner Brothers puts out a Game of Thrones movie called Dunk and Egg or whatever you want to call it, Knights of the Old Republic. I keep saying Knights of the Old Republic. I swear to God,
That's
a night.
that's the crux of it. I
Yeah,
can't even remember the name of the show once we shut this off. If I can't remember the name of the show, you are messing up as a show.
yeah. This is too drawn out. This is too simple of a story to be drawn out over 8 episodes of a TV show. Like I get it as far as like me personally, I feel like it's interesting because I feel like I get it a little bit more of a good idea of. I was getting Rocky Balboa vibes from this episode. I feel like Dunk is the Rocky Balboa of Westeros as far as just being kind of a lunkhead, but like virtuous and a great heart. And he's going to surprise everybody by, being able to last all 15 rounds or win this tourney, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like that's an endearing story. And I feel like Egg is almost like his Adrian as far as like, you got gaps, I got gaps. You know what I mean? This episode,
Yeah.
it puts it together where Egg is this very clever kid, knows very worldly for his age, knows all these knights like the back of his hand, and he basically has qualities that that Dunk lacks, and vice versa. He even saw it because it's like Egg wishes that he was taller. I wish I was a little bit taller. um, but it's like I enjoy that, and I like the characterization. I like the actors. I like the portrayals. I like the characters so far. I'm enjoying where it's going, but it's also just like if this is just the story of how Dunk dunks on these knights in this random tourney, like that should have been a movie. You don't need to stretch that out over 8 episodes. Like,
Yeah. Now, I will agree with you this. The actors that are portraying these two characters are
yeah,
phenomenal. I mean, they're
yeah,
pulling off what they're being told to sell. The
yeah.
world, I still love the world. I love seeing the Targaryen banner roll in. Uh, so there's a bunch of nuggets that I enjoy in it. It's just get on with it already. That's all I really want. Like I since they gave us that hint of what's coming forward. Now, I think you didn't even see that, did you? The looking forward at the end of episode
No, I
one.
never watched that. No.
Oh, I see. I love watching the interview with the actors after the episode,
Yeah,
and with the actual like director, so they give you a little more insight what's about. Also with going forward, what to expect. So
yeah,
all that stuff I enjoy. So knowing what they gave me a glimpse of, I'm like, okay, I'm holding out because
yeah.
this inevitably is going to get better. And what's going to wind up happening is at the end of the season, I'm going to sit back and be like, we wasted an episode and maybe episode and a half to get to where we got. And then
Right.
I'm gonna feel like at the end of it, I'm like, I want more. That's kind of where I may sit.
I'm hoping that's the case. I'm hoping this is just like a slow start to something that's more interesting because so far it's a very slow start. And I see there's 18 of you watching us currently. We're going vertical for the first time. Fun StreamYard options here. If you haven't watched this before, we always respond to comments. So comment in the comment section however you're able to do that. There's no paywall. We're not going to charge you to do that. There's no super chats or anything.
Yeah.
And let us know what you thought about the second episode in the
Are
series so
you
far.
watching it? Have you
Yeah.
bailed? Like, have you just like, are you to the point where I am? Is like, I don't know. I'm honestly, I'm not even looking forward to next week anymore. I mean,
Oh, are you going to bail? Are you bailing
I,
on the show?
I'm not gonna bail.
Bailing Greyjoy?
But I was waiting for the reference. Awesome. Uh, but if this was a show that we weren't covering, I may have waited for all of them to come out and just kind of sit through them in one shot, seeing that they're only 30 minutes each.
Oh, that's another thing that I meant to talk about too. It's just like by the end of because I was watching, and it's one of the things about being a dad. It's like for me anyway, to sit down and spend however many times, several minutes in a row on one thing, I get pulled. I literally watching this 34-minute episode, I had to stop at three separate times. Which is just, that's its own thing, whatever. But at the end of it, I was just like, no, this can't be it. And then I checked the thing, and there was so much time left, but there was like, I don't know, 10 minutes of credits left or
Mhm.
whatever. And it's just like 34 minutes, that's where the credits start rolling. And I was just like flabbergasted. I was like, what HBO show is only like a half hour long? It's nuts.
Yeah, I think this could have been either a movie
Yeah,
or they could have given us, maybe half the episodes, but longer, which would have then felt more satisfying
yeah,
episodes. I don't know. I'm not one that always pushes for like we need to have our episodes for everything because I don't find that to be true.
yeah,
But I feel like there has to be some type of each episode is gonna if it's gonna be short, it has to be satisfying.
yeah.
And I don't feel like we're quite to that point. Now, seeing him actually almost have a panic attack when he sees the actual like tournament start,
Mm-hmm.
that was something. Like, because now he realized he's in. He may think he's in over his head because he's actually
Right.
realizing that this knight that he's been following hasn't been a real,
He's
powerful
been a
knight.
shit
So he may
night.
not. Yeah, he hasn't been learning from the best. So he's
Yeah.
gonna have to lean on his size.
And that's another thing that's still a mystery. Like we're 2 episodes deep. I don't know what kind of fighter this guy is. Like, yeah, he looked like he could handle himself against his, former knight master or whatever, but it's like we don't know. Apparently, by all accounts, the guy wasn't that good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we have no idea as a viewer, like the skill of Dunk. Like we don't know if once this tourney gets going and he's officially moving and grooving, if he's going to be like out in the first round or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so that's even in itself such. Now I don't think that's the case, considering this guy lives on to be a legendary knight. But I don't
I
know
don't
how that happens.
I don't think he wins this tournament. I still think
Mm,
something happens with the Targaryens there, and he winds up fighting under the banners of the Baratheons. And that's where he
mm,
gains his actual the legend of Duncan grows
yeah,
under the banner of the Baratheons. And I think they're telling us that. If you're
yeah,
looking and you're watching, they're telling you he's going to build a relationship with Lionel, and it's going to
yeah.
continue to go that way. So, I mean, he's sitting there, he's drinking some ale, and he's like, "What's this piss ale?" And he throws it out, and he throws him back as the anchor in the tug of war. And then he walks away, pats him on the butt, and he comes back in, and they, wind up winning that tug of war.
That was a great scene.
That was
It,
that scene has been that was fun.
Now, if you were Baratheon, who granted knows Dunk a little bit better than these other lords do, but even if you were just like, random lord of whatever random, castle here, and you saw this guy who was like big in stature, seems to be genuine, wouldn't you just like invite him along back to your your kingdom and be like, "Hey, you seem like a good guy. Why don't you just like stay over here?" Like he's if it's not like you have to do much. You know
It's
what I
kind of
mean?
like the mountain, the size.
Yeah, it's just size. I mean, just if you've had this guy in full armor standing in front of your door,
Or standing behind you while you're sitting down on your throne and you're talking. I mean, if someone comes to talk to you and they see homie behind you, that's going to be
yeah,
intimidating.
yeah. This tourney almost feels as much like a job interview than it does anything else. Like Dunk kind of wants, he's out for the glory, of course, but he's also out to like figure out what his future looks like. And I don't know. I just feel like it's a little strange that like he wouldn't be able to just easily get with any number of these different people. Even he just went that once they all wrap up and they start going their separate ways, like he just hides in a cart or something. You know what I
Him
mean?
hiding
Like,
a cart. I can see
well,
Egg hiding in a cart, but not Dunk.
true. But just walk amongst the others and
I mean,
I
remember
but
who's riding the horse? Is he riding the horse? Is the horse riding him?
oh, he had to sell one of his horses, the white one,
Oh yeah, he finally.
Sugarfoot.
I was wondering why he sold that one because that one seemed the most, maybe the most valuable one.
Yeah.
But it's like give him some
Well,
oats
there
and give
was
him an apple.
I think Chestnut was too old, and the other one is like a war horse or something. So it was one that he wanted to keep for himself. Um, but yeah, it's just interesting. Those were the first thoughts that I had when the first thought after the 34-minute mark was like, what the hell? It's over already?
Yeah.
And then the second thought was just like, I don't know. This is too much of a slow burn. And I felt as soon as I was done watching, I'm like, Chris is going to think this is a slow burn too.
Oh, so you foreseen my
I
thoughts coming
did.
into this?
Well, first, with the very first scene, the opening scene, and you saw that man's giant junk, I was like, well, Chris is going to love this episode. But then by the end of the episode, I was like, no, maybe not. Maybe not.
Nothing like elephant dong. First thing you see.
That had to be a prosthetic, right?
I think there's no way.
CG enhanced. So far, the
Oh,
special effects budget has all gone to that guy's peen.
oh, good lord. But let's talk about the Targaryens. How they're there, but
Okay.
they don't want to be there. And this like there's no dragons anymore, and I guess they lost two kids in the woods. It's like what's their real purpose?
They threw a lot out of us this episode as far as just like all these names. Like I recognize some last names, right? And I recognize that Targaryens are still like in power and rule,
Yeah.
King's Landing and whatnot. But as far as just like, oh well, this is Balon, this is Damon, this is blah 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 blah. It's just like, whoa, hold on. You need to, if there's one thing to go a little bit slower with, is like, who is this character? Like, we got a good idea of this Lionel Baratheon. Look, I already know, I remember his name. We're two episodes in.
Yeah.
I remember the guy's name. He's a fan favorite so far, just his personality. We're like, okay, well, that's an interesting character, this Lionel Baratheon guy. Let's follow him. So it's like in this episode, when they're just like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Oh, the two Kingsguard, the guys in the white
Yeah,
armor that he was talking to, the Dondarrions or whatever. Another thing where I'm just like, they threw a lot at us this
they
episode.
went from real slow to lightning pace and back. It was like such whiplash with information we were getting. It was like I I had a hard time. I got a 404 error, to be honest. It was like my
Yeah,
brain
I
could
did
my
too.
brain couldn't actually handle what was going on.
Yeah, I was like, okay, you've introduced so many new characters that I'm not going to be able to retain all this until I see them another couple times. But maybe that's just a lack of maybe this the Baratheon guy is just a charmer, and it was just naturally. He did have an interesting scene with the dancing and whatnot. So, you know what I mean, like maybe that just is enough to stick in your head. But
Love the
so
dancing, and then
far,
this episode here with the tug of war. It's like
yeah.
he's kind of always he's having fun. He's there for the show, the spectacle, to have a good old time with it, and that's pretty much what his role has been. And he ran into Duncan Egg here, so it's that
When
part's
he
working.
when he walked off, I was like, "Oh, this guy's a showman. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's going to step in just in time to win
Yep.
it."
Well, Egg
And well,
was like he.
that's well. There was another thing too, where it's like he felt confident enough in Dunk, where it's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna. I have this horse in the back of the line. Like he's not going to let it go." So he felt confident enough to walk off.
Well, it's like he was almost going to win it without him on there because he's seen him slip. He dug his
Yeah,
heels in, and all of a sudden, he's starting to take over the whole tug of war by himself.
yeah. Did you
So,
notice any interesting things about Egg this episode?
I mean, I seen him really enjoying himself at the tournament,
Okay,
and then he got off his shoulders and went up there, but nothing that truly stood out.
I got you. Okay, that's good to
Is
know.
there something
Because
that I missed?
no. Well, there's some things that were hinted at a little bit that were you, if you know information about him later, then you'll be able to look at this episode and be like, oh, well, that's okay. So it's like there's just little, just you know how sometimes the camera will kind of like linger on a shot for just a second too long, as far and that you're supposed to as a viewer kind of like pick up on that very subtly, or on a second watch after you learn information, you're like, oh, okay, I know what's going on there. That's what the kind of thing is. But that's good to know where they're doing it in a way where it's not obvious.
I
Because
mean,
it's
I'll be
like,
honest with you guys as well. I have my phone in my hand.
eh,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not engaged.
Oh, see,
There's
that's
something.
where it might be different. I am. I didn't. Even though I was interrupted, I was thoroughly engaged with it the whole time.
Yeah, no, they don't have my full engagement on it yet, and I'm watching it at 10 o'clock on Sunday nights. So like the kids are in bed, the wife is sitting on the couch. She's got her tablet in front of her. She's not really watching.
Thank
So
goodness.
it, yeah. Well, I don't want no comparisons. Uh, but yeah. So I have no interruption. I'm straight through, and
Yeah.
then yeah. So yeah, I've had my phone in my hand. I'm hoping that it gets to the point where I'm going to put my phone down, but it definitely has a one phone in the hand, score for me right now rather than a zero.
I can't get the image of this guy peeing towards the camera in front of one dong in the hand.
Better than two in the bush? I don't know. Well, then we'll never mind. We'll stop.
Um, yeah, that's enough. We all get it. We get where you're going with that.
Uh,
Um, Look at our Ohio, me Kings Island representing, and you Columbus
oh,
Crew representing our
and both
Ohio
crew,
hoodies.
yeah, both crew and Blue Jacket. So, but yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
we
know
are
where we're
Midwest.
from or our
We,
area. Yeah, but okay.
um,
So, as a whole, how would you say this episode did for you?
I didn't like it as much as the first episode. Um, but I'm still in it. If this was You're right. I would probably pause and just watch this thing back to back once it was fully released instead of this like half hour nugget at a time. Like this, I could, if each episode, let's see, 8 episodes, this would be a good, satisfying movie, basically. Like, kind of a long 3.5 hour Game of Thrones movie. If you trim that back a little, cut out some of the boring parts, they should have made this thing a damn movie. Especially considering the fact that if these are based on the novellas, that there were 3 novellas, Just
Mhm.
make a dang Game of Thrones trilogy movie, and people would have went to the theater to see this thing.
Or if they just did it straight to HBO Max. Either way, people would have
Right.
watched this, no matter
Yeah.
how they sliced it. I mean, it's the same reason why we dove into it. It's
Mm-hmm.
within the world of Westeros. We
Yeah.
love the world of Westeros, so give us more. And I have no doubt that it's going to heat up, and I'm going to enjoy it. Just right
Yeah.
now, I really feel like we're in a painful period of the show, and I'm just trying to push through. Like
You know,
this episode here and the last episode, frankly, are very, very similar to me in my interest. I
yeah.
enjoyed a portion of it. So basically, okay, so basically it's a 30-minute show. I enjoyed 10 minutes of each episode. The other 20 minutes of each episode, I just didn't it didn't do nothing for me.
Right. Yeah. I'm I'm a little concerned actually that there's a chance that this show won't ramp up and heat up into something because it's like we're pretty much experiencing this show through the main protagonist, which is Dunk, who's kind of a lunkhead, but it's like he's the guy we're following as a viewer, and I don't know how enwrapped he's going to get into like to the intrigue of these different families. You know what I mean? I feel like that's always going to be kind of to the side. And
I
if
hate that I know this
yeah,
because that when that with a part of the preview, he does something. I'll put it that way. He does something because of his virtual virtuality. I don't know how to say it. Yeah,
yeah,
he's just being a good guy.
virtuousness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. He steps in and does something, which
Okay.
puts him in a spot where it's gonna get nasty.
Uh-oh. Do you think that's next episode?
It's got to be coming soon because
Hopefully.
it has to be coming soon because I don't see them being able to push it off too much further because what they've previewed is pretty like cinematic. It's pretty big.
Okay.
So I like I said, I since I know that much, I'm like, okay, that's why I'm continuing on, through this because I know there's something more coming. I
Right.
just waiting for that something more.
See, that's interesting. Yeah, I hope they do kick it off because I really because it's like we're here, right? By the end of this
Yeah.
episode, we have kicked off the tourney officially. I feel like this, five at once jousting thing was kind of like the opening event, the opening ceremony.
That was pretty damn cool though.
Yeah,
Between that and seeing Egg like completely in it on his shoulders and going down and getting on the railing and just seeing the excitement in his face,
yeah. It
that
looked
was
like
cool.
it looked like medieval WWE, just the way like the fan reactions and even the one guy who like called out the Lord of just like he f's his goats or I forget what he said,
That
but
was no, that's exactly it's sheep or something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
that was really
But
funny.
that's one of the interesting things about the tourneys, because even we got a little bit of this with Robert Baratheon in the first season because he had a tourney. But it's like during these tourneys, like the common folk or whatever are able to like let loose. Like they're specifically, basically, they're to keep the common folk happy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So you feed them, you give them drink, right? You entertain them so that way they stay on your side, and then you can like behind the scenes you can do all these like backdoor dealings and really stick it to the common people. I guess not too unlike what's going on in today's world. Really, we're distracted by
Oh,
our phones and our movies and our happy little things while people in power stay in power. But
the food
that's
and
what it
drink is
reminded
easy
me
to come
of.
by. No,
It
no.
was like
When you were
it
saying
was like
that,
WrestleMania.
yeah, when you were saying that, it was reminding me almost like of Rome and the
Y-
Colosseum. Kind of
Yeah,
the exact same concept.
yeah,
Which I mean, they could be pulling from all those different type of you know, points of interest. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, we're gonna stick around. We're gonna keep doing this. I know it's coming. I know I'm gonna enjoy it. I just got to get there. You've enjoyed it a lot more than I have, but I think I'm starting to
Yeah.
hear concern creep into your voice a little bit about what the show is, what the length of the episodes, how long can we be? Are we going to continue to love this big oaf of a character?
Yeah. That part I don't feel quite hesitant about. Like I'm in it as far as character go. Like they've introduced enough interesting characters with me and I like their dynamic so far. But I am worried. I don't know how a show can be simultaneously too short but also a slow burn. You know what I mean? It's just a weird balance to me
Weird
where it's
dynamic.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so strange to be too short and also, not a lot happens, honestly. But yeah, like you said, we're here for the long haul, and hopefully episode 3 will kick off with something big
Are we
happening.
7 episodes or 8?
I don't
I'm.
know. Typically, I usually go for the even number, but maybe it is 7 episodes.
I mean, I'll go right along with the name of the show, like the Seven
Oh
Kingdoms.
yeah.
You see what I did there? I don't know if that's true or not. If
Yeah,
you
I don't
guys know and
know.
you're watching it, let us know.
Should I
But
IMDb it? I'm gonna IMDb it. You
you're gonna
just
check it
entertain the
out.
people. Yeah, entertain the
There we
people.
go.
Oh, look, a new Super Mario Brothers trailer. Should we watch that?
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun to see what happens. I thought it was cool seeing the Targaryens and the intrigue and the fighting amongst them inside that one room to see where that goes. See how much of an actual part they play in this whole show
S-
itself.
7 episodes. You were right.
7 episodes. Yeah, they were being cheeky. They were
Yeah.
going along and they're playing off the name of the actual show itself. But so
Um. Yeah, that's it for
I'm
our
about
coverage.
yeah, I'm about out here. I don't know what more we can say because if you guys have ever watched us in the past, we don't hide our opinion about a show. If
Yeah.
we like a show, we're going to let you know we like the show. If we don't think the show is any good, we we won't we won't lie. And there has been
Yeah.
times where we've watched a show and we dedicated a time to go ahead and review the show each week, and we've punted. It's like
Yeah.
we don't want to hate watch anything. We just didn't want to do it. And there was an Apple TV show that we did it on, which I don't even remember the name of it anymore, to be frank with you.
Yeah, we can cut bait for sure if we both agree that we should. Oh, we did it recently with that Apple TV show, The Last Frontier.
That's what it
We
was. The Last Frontier,
Yeah,
yeah.
with the first 3 episodes, and then we were just like, we don't want to watch this thing anymore,
And
and we weren't
spoiler
alone.
alert, it was canceled.
Yeah,
Okay, guys, I think that's about all we got this week on this episode of the Night of the Seven Kingdom. I am reading it off the screen, so I can't even remember. If you guys like this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave comments. I am pretty good at responding to your
yeah,
comments. So,
yeah,
and like we said before, if you're watching live, drop a comment while we're live. If we're wrong about something, or if you have a different opinion about it, let us know. We'll bring it up. We'll talk about it. This show is always better when it's more than just Sean and I.
yes, please. And until next time, what do you say? Didn't you come up with something last time?
Oh no,
Uh,
sheave that
do-
weenie.
a dong in the hand is worth two in the bush.